I absolutely love when virtue signaling goes wrong, in particular when very popular streamers do it or content creators. It's always a fun time to look at all the replies. Now, the largest female streamer in the world goes by the name of Pokimane. If you're like me, you've never seen one of these clowns videos because, well, they're not interesting. But what is interesting is the cultural impact that Pokimane has, and that's undeniable. Her live streams, her advertising deals, all this stuff is far bigger than what I could ever dream of. And so I have to be, I have to be realistic when I talk about who this individual is, even though they are everything wrong with society, vapid consumer culture. But yesterday, after the Diddy verdict, we saw one of the most hilarious virtue signal backfires in a very, very long time. I'm so happy to share this with you. It's, tomorrow's the 4th of July here in America. It's, kind of a wind down of content for the week, but I have some fun stuff for you. By the way, huge shout out to this video sponsor, Built for America. Really happy to have them on. Right now, really quick but really important update. Right now, DC politicians are trying to kill the energy tax credits that are actually bringing manufacturing jobs back from China and putting Americans to work. These credits are fueling American energy dominance, rebuilding our supply chains, and hitting China where it hurts. We're not talking about theory, we're talking about real jobs, real factories, real results. Right here in America, repealing them would destroy millions of US jobs, get $1 trillion from the economy, and hand China the win. President Trump, don't let Congress pull the plug on America's comeback. Protect the tax credits that are putting America first. Link in the description to learn more. Now, let's say, so the Diddy verdict comes out. Almost immediately after, the entire internet runs to virtue signals, including vapid do-nothing women, like Pokimane. So she puts out, believe victims. Obviously, as that's to say, well, Cassie Ventura and Diddy, was a victim. I actually believe that she was and that she wasn't. Obviously, she was when he was pummeling her mercilessly in that hotel, but I also believe that she willingly participated in these freak-offs. That was very clear from the text messages in which she was texting Diddy to say, hey, when can we get another freak-off? When can we do another freak-off? And then, by the way, she would set them up. She would procure the hookers, the supplies, all this stuff. She was absolutely a willing participant. There's no denying that. But of course, leave it to vapid, useless internet women, in my opinion, to put believe victims. Obviously, I'm blocked, so I can't see all the quote tweets because they are, I'm sure, glorious. If we look at some of the hidden ones, we have just one. Those are always, the gold. You want to look there first. Pokemon gave me AIDS and kicked my salamander. Yeah, I believe you. You're a woman. I believe you. Why did you hide that comment, Pokimane? A whole bunch of new people got blocked yesterday. Here's Undoomed. Everybody lies. And by the way, what kind of world are you living in where you're like, you still are like answering to morons like this? Listen to this. Links. Pokimane, I love you. And I agree, but I can't forget the way you made fun of Amber Heard during the trial. It was really disappointing. Please address this. 7,000 likes. By the way, if anybody says, please address this to me, the only response to that is you're never going to hear me address it. I don't work for you. You're not my boss. You don't get to demand answers of me. And 99 times out of 100, by the way, these are not people who are actually your viewers or fans. They're just concern trolling. But of course, the trouble begins here. Oh, I completely understand. I regret how I restreamed the trial because any jokes are at the expense of how victims can be perceived. I apologize for that. And I took down those videos a long time ago. Did you give the money back, Pokimane? The tens of thousands of dollars you made? Did you give that back? Did you donate that to victims? Well, no, of course not. What I'm saying is the hypocrisy of these women in the hashtag believe women movement This is a woman that made tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even more, restreaming the Amber Heard trial, making fun of her, siding with Johnny Depp, and then immediately says, well, believe all victims. Then begins the real hilarity. Pokimane essayed me, 27,000 likes. Here, she wanted vengeance. Woman 20 who falsely accused a Good Samaritan, 36, cost him his marriage, was jailed for 5 months. I call all victims liars until they can prove their victimhood. Not sorry. Nicholas Fiorio chiming in with, which ones? I mean, 5 whole pizzas equals victim. Forever stuck between wanting to look fit and wanting to fit 5 whole pizzas in my mouth. What? Oh, someone whose name was 5 whole pizzas. Oh, okay. That's kind of funny, actually. I was essayed by Pokimane as well. It was a couple years ago. I don't know where exactly or when it was, and I don't have any proof. No one saw it, but it happened. Trust me, I'm a victim. We victims should stick together. Innocent till proven guilty. You know, so many hateful, unoriginal comments on this post. It's weird seeing so many men defend Diddy. I'm not defending Diddy. What this is a classic gaslight. Men, well, I'm sure there are some men defending Diddy. Let me be very clear. But the people in these replies are not defending Diddy. They're laughing at the stupid statement that we should believe all women out of hand. Or believe men, by the way. If the Me Too movement taught us anything, it's that, most of these people are liars. Diddy right now is being sued by, 100 people that he allegedly took advantage of in these freak-offs. Not one of them was mentioned in the criminal case. Not a single one testified at the criminal case. Isn't it possible that some of them are perhaps willing participants, willing to trying to retroactively take away their consent and try to get money off of this? You know, like, if anyone in these comments accuses you of a crime against them, we should automatically believe them and brand you a criminal? Pokimane groomed my 12-year-old brother. Believe all victims. I mean, the entire replies are people just absolutely dragging this woman. And, you know, before here, I was essayed by Pokimane in 1997, 150,000 likes. Should I seek financial compensation from my abuser? Yes, generational wealth. I mean, the whole thing is like wild. And by the way, this is somebody, again, like all of these influencers, men and women, you can go to Ludwig, you can go to this Ms. Kiff Joker, Pokimane, any one of these large-scale influencers, all turn out to be garbage. This, from like 2 months ago, Pokimane sparks backlash over hate the rich wealth disparity comments during a stream. Here's Pokimane calling out rich people while being a multi-millionaire, gets corrected, and then says, oh, well, it's not about rich, it's about ultra giga rich. This is the Bernie Sanders. First, it's the millionaires. The millionaires need to pay more tax. And then Bernie Sanders became a millionaire. And then it was, the billionaires. This person, whoever stream it is, by the way, has 15,000 paying subscribers. That means every month, 15,000 people are paying them $5 a month. That's just in free money, not including ads.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
No, it's not.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways.
You hate the rich? Girl, you're worth $15 million. Probably $50 million.
Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No. Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily
You have to clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You
the
gotta
ultra
say
giga
you gotta
rich.
say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
Yeah, but what's Pokimane's net worth? I don't know how people watch these frauds. Like, this is one of the dumbest individuals. Her and Hassan compete for the dumbest individuals on the planet. net worth Pokimane. Now again, these sites are, Pokimane's net worth is 6 million. Oh my god, it's way more than that. 6 million. It's way more than 6 million. That's crazy. She's the largest female streamer in the world with 10 million followers. She's worth 20 to 50 million. Like that, I mean, but of course, Twitter saying, I couldn't imagine being a slave to insufferable people and such a fake ideology. Anyway, Pokimane gave me AIDS and kicked my salamander. Pokimane did something horrible to me and burned down my house. Believe me. I mean, the entire internet is dunking on this idiot. And I don't understand why people try to hide being rich. She's super rich. And now again, she's doing it's not rich. It's not the multimillionaires. It's the multi-billionaires. Yeah, here she is on the cover of Teen Vogue, saying she's the most followed female streamer in the world. It's hilarious that she has a problem with quote unquote rich people. All of these people are essentially fake plants with no real value to add other than extracting young, thirsty men from their money. Now you know. So stop paying these dumb idiots money. And I don't know, buy my coffee instead. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.